Morning, viewers. Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist, heading out. Sun's up, clouds are broken for the moment. Had a lot of rain yesterday. It was nice. You're going to have haters, and you better make sure that their hatred is for all the wrong reasons. You don't want to give people reason to hate you. I get a lot of haters from adult sons that are upset with their mum having a partner. They're still on the umbilical hose that they want to be fed by mummy spiritually, and these people are pretty dangerous, I'll tell you that. They're dangerous people. They'll go out of their way to wreck things. They'll be immature. They'll be covert. They'll go into jealousy and hatred and morbidity that is so disgusting. You wonder who they learnt their habits off. These people need their mum. I don't know why. We get talking about 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old people still need their parents. Some of these people are groomed to be that way. A lot of their parents will groom them to stay around. That guarantees that the parent, the dead parent, that means emotionally dead, they're not healthy. Jesus said, let the dead bury their own dead. Will groom them to stay around. It's not a maternal connection. It's gone beyond that. It's an extra, I call extra maternal connection. And this stirs up a lot of women because it's true. Their security's in their children, and it's not meant to be. They're to raise their children and let them grow and develop, and then they might say, well, we've done that. Is that right, is it? No, a lot of these women use their children as companions in the home. That undermines their relationship. They'll turn around and they'll blame other people's children, and if it's legit, that's fair enough. My children have never caused any trouble to the partners that I've had. In fact, the opposite. They've always been complementary to the relationships. But some of the immaturity, like destructive immaturity, that I've seen manifest in what are supposed to be adult males has been so infantile that it's cringeworthy. And if you start to engage with these people, even if you're trying to encourage them or spur them on to a better lifestyle, they ain't going to accept it because they're haters. They hate what you represent. They hate what you've done in life. They hate that you love their mother at a level that exceeds what they're capable of. They get insecure. They haven't accomplished anything usually in their own lives. And they're just enmeshed. They're just enmeshed to such a point that it's destructive. And people won't hang around. They just won't hang around that. They don't want to be around. I don't want to be around it. That's for sure. And they know that they're going to end up with their mummy. This is the times that we're living in. They've got authority over their mother. The mother cowers down to these people. I don't even know what the mother's trying to do having a relationship. They're already in a relationship with their children. Nobody wins. It's all abuse. It's all covert emotional incestual abuse. And as I said, I'm not talking about normal maternal family relationships. I'm talking about extramaternal enmeshment. And all I've ever seen it cause is destruction. Absolute and complete, unadulterated interference and destruction. And I love talking on the subject because it's rampant in our communities now. It's gone right through our communities. It's running wild in the lives of people that should know better. Men are getting involved with these people, and it's just an interference deluxe. A lot of these young men, you know, they've got their biased judgments towards people that are totally out of order and out of sync with the way in which the mother's being treated. And these mothers are so weak and enmeshed that they get exposed for having no backbone, and they just let the children are the problem for you. If you're with these women, they're going to be your problem, but they're the answer for the parent, even though the parent knows they're the problem. The parent knows they're causing trouble. The mother knows that they're interfering. The mother knows that it's going to jeopardize the relationship, but the mother allows it to continue on. And this is what is causing this narcissism influx, this propulsion of narcissism, because when the individuation separation doesn't take place, when the separation of mother and child doesn't take place in a healthy way, narcissism's born. It's as simple as that, because these people are already intimately enmeshed within the family. That's why it's called covert emotional incest. Hey, no. I'll just get out with the dog. No, you don't go running on the road. Thank you. We're down at the waterfront. I get him up early and run him, and then he's had his run then. Yeah, so see, when somebody's already intimately enmeshed within the family, then they're on the back foot before they start. They're disadvantaged before they start, because that part of their intimacy is not designed to be held within the family. It's designed for an adult relationship. And that's where all this is coming undone. And it's coming out of dysfunction in the first place. These people are meeting people that aren't developed. They're idolizing people and getting into relationships with dysfunctional people, and then wondering why it's not working out. I've tried to speak to some of these people, and you're going to get nowhere with them. They don't want to know. They don't want to learn. That's the bottom line. And you're better off just staying clear of them. They're not healthy people. And they have their happiness at their level. They've got their level of happiness, and they're quite happy to go along with that, and that's fine if that's where they're up to. And you just got to, what I call, leg it. You've got to get out, walk away, because confronting the issue all the time is not going to be fair on a lot of people. It's just not going to be fair, because it's part of their life. They're not going to change. They're not able to change. They shouldn't have to change. That's the course of life that they've chosen. Cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, medications, whatever the case might be, outside properly prescribed doctors' stuff. Then you've got the religious ones, on the other hand, that run around, they think they're righteous as hell, and they're just not. They're just cruel and horrible. And there's so many different covert ways in which people are intimate. See, even religious people become over intimate with God. God's not looking for that. He's more interested in how we all get along. So if you're involved in a hostile situation or an abusive situation, see, people think abuse is physical. No. The emotional abuse and mental abuse now that's going on in covert ways far exceeds that of the overt physical abuse. Physical abuse is still rampant, still there. I'm not saying it's any less dangerous or harmful, but it's the covert abuse, the abuse that you can't see on the surface that people are suffering from. And you can work with these people for a while. I did 9 months with the last one, but her little husband, child, just couldn't stand mummy having a partner. And in the end, I just could not stand the way it was working out. And this happened in the marriage as well. Even my first wife tried to use the children as a shield for some reason. It's crazy. They over-enmesh with their children and use them in the wrong ways.